Joining us now live from the practice facility, a man who's prepping for a Thursday night football. Taking off Vrabes.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I just saw Vrabes' face with a big old Zin in his pouch there, having a good. Ladies and gentlemen, preparing for Thursday night football, fresh off a victory over the Dallas Cowboys with a reunion of a lot of his former coaches. The back-to-back NFL MVP, ladies and gentlemen, the 11th all-time rusher for the Green Bay Packers. He has amassed 3,436 yards on the ground. Freak show athlete, ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah!
Aaron, let's dive right into it. Big win over Mike McCarthy and the Cowboys. How are the vibes? Is this the one that you guys needed? Here we are. We're back, baby.
Well, we needed one for sure. It's been a long time. It was a long 6 weeks for a lot of us. Am I glitching?
No, you're perfect. You're perfect.
I was glitching, wasn't I?
I mean, certainly were, but I didn't want that to kind of distract from the great message. You had a great message going on, man.
I'm just in the bowels of Lambeau Field right now.
I love that.
On a short little break between walkthroughs here. But yeah, it feels good to win. It's a long 6 weeks for the boys.
Yeah, long. Go ahead, AJ.
What was it like seeing your old coach, seeing Mike McCarthy? We saw him wearing a sweet duster out there pregame when he was shaking Ed Werder's hand, I believe. But what did you talk to him pregame, after the game? How was it?
Yeah, we got to spend some really meaningful time before the game. I got to the stadium early. He was already there, and we had about 40 minutes to catch up. Really special conversation. Just him and I. I knew there was going to be, cameras and different things around us that wouldn't allow for us to kind of have a real conversation on the field or even post-game. You never really had the opportunity, definitely not privately. So the chance to get to talk to him one-on-one was really special, and just share some great memories and a lot of love and gratitude for the time we had together. And that was a really, really, really meaningful moment for me. I got to see Joe Philbin and hug him after the game. I've always loved Joe and appreciate him and have so much respect for that man and his help in my development. A lot of other guys I didn't get a chance to see, Jeff Blasco, Joe Witt, Al Harris. I texted with Scotty Tolzien, but didn't get to see a lot of those guys afterwards.
Yeah, you sent him back to the big D with a big L. You know what I mean? Thanks for coming back, boys. Great to see you. But I think as somebody who didn't know you at the time, whenever the Mike McCarthy era was ending, there was always a conversation you two did not get along. Was that ever true? Was that blown out of proportion? And you could see how it could be true when two people are together for however many, 15 years or whatever. And then how did you guys get over that? And how often have you chatted since he was no longer your head coach until this moment?
Well, I think there's an exaggeration of, the rifts between us. I think in any relationship that lasts 13 years, think about being Laura Hawk and putting up with AJ for, they got married in 2006, 5 really. So that's like 17 years with this guy and all his terrible body smells and his hygiene. And his, limited diet of just eggs and chicken. What a sick that person is. You don't think she's got through some days going, what the hell am I doing with this guy?
Yeah.
He's got a weak little baby chest over here from his pec. Any relationship that lasts a long time, there's always going to be some things you go to. But I would say, and I don't want to compare me and Mike's relationship to AJ and Laura, but at the root of our relationship is a ton of love and respect for each other. And even when we had issues over the years, we always finished the conversation with, I love you, and I appreciate you, and a hug, and then we went on our way. And it was no different seeing him this time, maybe a little bit more love and gratitude as the years have gone by, and appreciation continue to just go up, and how important, he was in my career, giving me an opportunity, sticking with me, helping me grow as a player and a person. And then, I hope and I think he feels the same way, a type of gratitude for our relationship and the time we spent together.
Time heals all wounds, they say, and only the bangers survive. So I'm happy to hear that you got to reminisce about the great times together on Sunday. Speaking of great times, it seems like you and Christian Watson seems like you guys are going to have a lot of those ahead of time. What do you think it was that made him flip the switch this week? Because there was a time on the sideline after the first couple of drops where you apparently said like, hey, I'm coming back to you, I'm coming back to you. 3 touchdowns later, that can change an entire career, right? Are we wrong in thinking that from outside? It feels like that was a welcome to the NFL moment for Christian, and how excited are you for him?
I think it can be, for sure. What changed it was the over-the-shoulder catch. That was a difficult catch. Yeah, nice inside release. He reverse stacked to a catchable ball, and he made his first like real big play in the league. And then he went down and showed us what he showed us in practice a few weeks ago. Did a backflip, just kind of showing the world how athletic he is. There were obviously other moments at times for him to have some big plays. Didn't happen, but I really feel like this can be a course correction to who knows what's at the level for anybody. When you go out on national TV and you have that kind of performance, I don't care if it's Devontae Adams or a rookie. When you go out and ball out and have 3 touchdowns in a game on national TV at a primetime slot on Fox like that against a really good opponent, that's got to help the confidence. So really happy for him and excited to see what comes out of this.
Hey, it's like an I belong almost, like some guys need to, I'm not saying that, he's had a terrible start or whatever, but that moment of like, I belong here just changes the way you operate in every meeting rooms, I think, like meals, even at home. I think it's like a whole different mindset. Can't wait to see what he does next. Ty, your question for Aaron.
Aaron, a little two-parter here. First, how's the body feeling after you had that just fucking massive block late in the game to kind of spring Aaron Jones, for a nice little gain there? I mean, without that block, who knows? What we might be talking about a 5-10 yard loss. You guys are looking at punting, but instead, we're moving the chains and just you're putting your body on the line, which we love to see. And also, could you feel in the locker room kind of like just like a collective weight off everyone's shoulders? Do you even get really time to enjoy it, or not really, because you guys' back still kind of against the wall and you have to turn around and prepare for a game on Thursday already?
Yeah, the body feels pretty good. That was, a little bit of redemption for me. I've had a couple block attempts this year that haven't gone as well as I would have liked. So to be able to stalemate a defender running close to full speed at me felt like a win. And it did allow Jonesy to get outside, which also allowed him to get face masked, which got us half a distance to the goal line.
Yeah.
So a potential, 0-yard gain turned into a positive gain for us. And I feel good about that because I really didn't. I wasn't on the losing end of that, which feels good. When it comes to the team, I felt like Christian Watson, his performance kind of took that 800-pound gorilla off his back probably. For our team, it's been a rough 6 weeks. Been a really tough stretch. Bad ball since London. So I think we all kind of reset maybe after Detroit, that being a real low point for us and hopefully rock bottom. And I think we played a little bit more free. Now, there were times in that game where I don't know if people thought we were going to win that game. 28-14 in the fourth, but stuck with it. We made some plays when we had to a 4th down and then put together a really nice drive to tie it. Then obviously had a chance at in regulation when it went a certain way, and then had a good drive in overtime.
Foxy rock bottom there. Sorry about it. AJ, your question for Aaron.
What was it like to actually I love that you guys got to enjoy a win. Like I said, I texted Pat when the Tampa Bay won early in Germany. Like they were Tom was pumped. They won a game. Like good, you should be excited when you win. But a lot of times when all you do is win, people just keep moving on to the next one and don't really enjoy it. I was glad you had to enjoy it. What was that locker room like? You get to see a lot of young guys, I would assume, in a little different light than the last 5-6 weeks.
Well, shoot, it's been a tough stretch. We're all human. We've been dealing with a lot of frustration, and obviously I'm sure there's been a ton of criticism outside the locker room, and some guys probably read that shit and take it to heart maybe more than other guys. And it's nice to quiet that down a little bit, I'm sure. For us, it's just a confidence builder, that we're not out of this thing. This thing is not over. We're not scheduling our off-season plans yet. We're still in this thing. Anybody can beat anybody. Saw last night the Commanders beat the Eagles in Philly. We've got a short week now against another good opponent, but we got it at home, the national TV, prime time. We've got a great opportunity to take another step in the right direction. The NFC pretty wide open, I'd say. We just got to get ourselves back in the conversation, and Sunday night was the first step in the right direction. But we're gonna enjoy it too. Like winning is fucking hard in this league, and we're not gonna, act like we've been there every single time. This weird, stoicism mindset. This is the human experience. We're going to enjoy the heck out of it. I know I did. I had a healthy pour of scotch.
What?
And a cigar, and I had a nice little night.
Did you? What type of scotch was it again?
Let's see. I went with a little Japanese.
What?
And I also did a little Balvenie, the 21.
What? Teeny? That's awesome to hear, man. Yeah. I'm happy to hear you have a good time. And you guys, especially the last couple of years that we've been doing Aaron Rodgers Tuesday, you just win. That 6-week run, kind of puts things in perspective. I'm happy to hear that you guys celebrated it. At the end of the game, there was a moment where I think you were caught on camera saying, LaFleur, good fucking call, I think is what you said. And then in the press conference afterwards, you talked about, the play calls on that particular drive and your thoughts on it. Have you talked to LaFleur? LaFleur addressed it, said that was on him. It was a little different situation. But when those things happen on the sideline, what is it like the day after with LaFleur, and what is your relationship like today?
I haven't talked to him, so I have no idea if he's being an angry elf right now or if he's in a good mood. Look, Matty and I talk all the time, and last week we had a really cool moment, conversation back and forth, and there was a lot of love and gratitude shared, and that kind of set the perspective for the week, I think. And then, I was pissed about the calls. I answered honestly. I mean, he was pissed about them too. So he actually followed me after my press conference, and he had been watching so he had seen what I'd said, and he made a little barb as I was walking out of that green room about it. We had a couple of laughs, and then I told him how much it meant to me, a conversation from Friday, and we hugged it out, and that was that.
I think that type of emotion, though, that you've shown continues to show everybody, like, hey, this guy is incredibly invested. There was a lot of conversation about how long will Aaron Rodgers play football? Does Aaron Rodgers care about football anymore? That Dallas Cowboys game felt like it was bigger. Did it feel like it was bigger because McCarthy was coming back in there? 6-game losing streak, obviously, but was there a vibe around Lambeau because Big Mike was back there, primetime game? Did it feel like a must-have-it game for you guys, and is that how you treated it?
Well, first of all, it's a 5-game losing streak.
Oh, sorry about it.
But we had to deal with that for that extra week. That's why I said the long 6 weeks.
But shit, the bye week, yeah. That's what I mean.
About Mike coming back or Joe coming back or any of those guys coming back. It was about wanting to still have meaningful football games in November and December. And the only way to do that was to win against a good opponent Sunday afternoon game. So myself and the other Aaron, we've had some good games over the years against the Dallas Cowboys. And I expected him to play well, expected personally to play well, and knew if we could make enough plays, we had a chance to hang around and to beat them. Obviously, third quarter was a couple things went against us, but we played a near flawless fourth quarter and then had a great drive to finish that thing off. And our defense obviously came up with a couple big stops in the fourth and obviously in overtime on fourth down.
Titans on Thursday. Anytime a team is coached by Vrabel, you actually said it earlier in the year when we were mocking overreaction, and I said, the Titans are dead, and that got clipped to me saying that, and then you cut a promo. Is Vrabel still the football coach of the Titans yet? Then they're not fucking dead or whatever. I got buried from it, but, nonetheless, you cut a promo for Vrabel. Their defense is always going to be sound. Their defense is always going to be solid. Their team has the identity of Vrabel, which is just, super tough Ohio. Not as tough as Luke Fickell, what I'm learning, the head coach of Cincinnati, but super tough Ohio guy. What are you looking forward to preparing against here on Thursday night? And what did you learn about the Packers offense on your offense on Sunday that maybe you can carry on for the rest of the year? We
have the potential to score 30 points in the game. That's what we learned.
Hell yeah.
We finally got 30. Real good defense. They're leading in third down percentage. They got like 29 sacks on defense. They got a bunch of takeaways. They're top 10 in red zone defense. They got studs at every level. The front line, the linebackers, the back end play really well together. Good scheme. Mike's a great coach. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. I always appreciate our conversations that we have throughout the year. I always enjoy talking to him, about ball or about ripping heaters or whatever it might be. But I always have a ton of respect for Mike, and his teams are always ready to play. And so we're expecting the tough 4-quarter game, and we like our chances. We're rolling with as much momentum as we can after one win, and hopefully we've exercised some of those energetic demons, and we can follow up Sunday with another good performance Thursday.
Exercise the demon. Sorry about it. Go ahead, AJ.
Oh, you're good. How do you like this Thursday night? This quick turnaround. You're playing Sunday, now Thursday. You win. It's a great long weekend, most likely. Is your body able to handle this at your age?
Yeah, you're old.
I'm feeling like it's a Tuesday. My body's a little sore for sure, but we're just doing walkthroughs today, so I'll be fine. I need that. Need to get a rub down or something to feel a little bit better. Maybe later on. Hopefully be ready to go by Thursday.
A lot of guys get massages to make their body feel better. That is obviously what Aaron was talking about. I'm excited to hear that. Can't wait to watch you on Thursday. Thank you for making the time in the middle of a busy Tuesday here with Thursday Night Football around the corner. Congrats on the win. And I know we won't do a book club book this week, but I want to let you know I've started on one from last week. If you could see here.
The coloring book. You got it.
The only thing I've colored is Keanu Reeves' belts have all been colored black because this guy is a black belt, obviously. You know what I mean? I've gone through the entire thing and really, yep, even there.
Yep.
Nice. I'm going to have to find maybe a Chuck Norris one next.
Well, Keanu Reeves is my Chuck Norris. You like Steven Seagal too, or no? Are you into all the? Yeah.
Under Siege and Hard to Kill are two bangers.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Amen. Shout out Ryback.
So quick. All right. Good luck on Thursday. We appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen. The back-to-back MVP, Aaron Rodgers. All right. What did we learn? We learned that LaFleur stuck around in the press conference to see. All right.
This son of a bitch.
Let's see what we're going to have to answer for tomorrow.
What's he gonna say?
And then Aaron said, yeah, basically every play I didn't like. And then LaFleur came out and said the same thing. That's one of those situations, high pressure, lot going on, only have a certain amount of time to make the decision. Are they going to be able to get on the same page, hopefully going forward with this particular situation occurring? I think it'll help. The playoff thing a couple years ago taking place where you take Aaron off the field, that's another big conversation piece. So they're continuing to grow. They're continuing to make their thing. What did you think about him? He was in great mood there. He attacked you, though. He attacked you pretty hard in the middle of that.
Good Lord.
It's easy to deflect, and that's always his go-to. I get it when he doesn't want to be asked tough questions, just deflect and come at me, which is fine. I'm an adult. I can handle it. I'm almost 40. But, I think he seems to be in great spirits. Quick turnaround. They're going to be playing Thursday night already. But I think things look good. He called what? He said LaFleur was going to check if he was an angry elf. He called him. I don't know. Is that news to me? Is that what he says when he's upset?
I did hear the little angry elf coming. I think it's because we're getting into holiday season.
Yeah,
Holiday
exactly.
season.
Santa and
That's
stuff.
all it
That's nice
is.
of him.
Yeah.
He wasn't saying that he was just a little fella.
No.
Although he is.
Whoa.
Problem. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I think he was saying, good fucking call here.
Yeah.
I wasn't 100% sure, but I think that's what he said. And then his press conference, he said something different. So mixed signals from this guy all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is.
What are you going to do?
He also has a zoom in on his face more than any other quarterback in the NFL.
by
yeah.
far.
So every time he takes that thing off, you see it.
They're ready.
Every one of his.
Before that, it was Eli, right?
Wow.
Well, Eli face was shown a lot, obviously. I don't know if it was zoomed in as much or if it was just the same face copy pasted on the internet.
Exactly.
Get him saying fuck.
But I appreciate Aaron joining us there. And, he said we can score 30. That's a big deal. Christian Watson having 3 touchdowns. That's a big deal. Seems like he's carrying himself a little bit
Huge.
differently.